Ahoy, matey.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Chips ahoy.
Ouch.
You kind of want to use that for the restroom, huh? Bars on the windows, locked up, rusted.
Do you think, like, that's a real bathroom, or do you think they...
Oh, I think it was at one time. Mikeycat out here at Land Between the Legs. Woohoo, buddy. Got the cool little beach over there. This little sailboat. You go open into the lake, and then got a little dock here, and launched off of that little boat ramp there. Ahoy, matey.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Chips ahoy. So I came up here on the other side of the lake, and yeah, it's this little rubbery thing. I don't know what that is.
Abalone shell.
Abalone?
Maybe it's just an oyster. I think that's just an oyster. But it's pretty. I'm gonna make a little
Collection. The Aaron collection. Pontoon coming in. That would make some wake. And down here, it's like we got a little John boat coming in from the dock. A little bit of boating activity out here today. We got some cool little snail shells, bivalves, and all sorts of stuff out here. What'd you find there?
well, oyster shell, and I guess they're all oysters, but this one's cool. That one's like purple. Kinda.
Got some fast ones out there. And that's just from a tiny pontoon boat.
He's right there.
Pretty little fish.
Get like a video if you are.
Yeah.
Look at him. I can like, he just lets me like scoop him up. Like, I could probably pick him up if I wanted to, but.
Boy, it's like a translucent fish almost.
He's not translucent.
It's, I don't
He's
know.
pretty
It's got
though.
blue and.
Hi there. I like him. He's pretty. He's like, I've touched him a few times now. Letting me pet him. Yeah, like I'm not gonna catch you and eat you, bud.
Bunch of little minnows down there in the water.
You see him?
Can't see them anymore. All the
Nope,
splashes.
my bad. I wanna see if I can get
A party rental over there. Does they have water slides on it? Oh my gosh. 2 water slides on top of that pontoon. Or hope there's water on those. Woohoo! Streak! Skin burn. And that, my friend, is why I'm waiting to get into that water. Got a jet ski making wakes and a pontoon making big wakes. And I don't necessarily want to have 2-foot waves on my little kayak. I swim like a cat. Woohoo, buddy! Pushing me up on shore. Woohoo! Find another shell?
Yeah.
That one's pretty.
Yeah, it's like green.
Look at all these boats all over the place out there, man. They are just spading.
There were so many more whenever we went to Branson.
Dead fish. Yummy. We're coming up here to check out this white flower. Well, that's a pretty little find. Hey, Michelle, do you know what kind of flower that is? Is that hibiscus? Is that magnolia? What is that? That's some puppies.
Come here, lady. Lady.
You wanting to be petted?
Yeah.
Hi.
Be petted? Yeah.
That's the way.
Oh. Yeah, we don't want any fish today.
No, thank you.
Come on, Ted. You don't have to eat everything fish on the thing.
Have a good day. Cats like fish. Wow, except for that one. Ew. She's a lot braver than me. Of course, she can swim and she's a lifeguard. I swim like a cat. So I just kayaked through this stuff. Whew. Tell you what. Woo, woo, woo. Oh. I think I taught a few locals a few more words here. a little water in the boat. I think mostly from my feet getting in and out. Well, there's a little helper. We're just kind of beached here next to some little picnic spot. People on the other side.
Yeah, like over there.
Way down yonder.
No, just past the bank.
Oh, I see people over there eating.
To the bottom.
A whole bunch of these guys out on the lake today. I'm glad I'm not kayaking when all 1, 2, 3, 4 and a couple more behind them. That would make some wakes. Oh, that's just easy kayaking. Oh! Not gonna stay dry doing this. Well, I'll show you on the map where we are. There's a little like picnic day use that's north of Hillman Ferry Campground. So that's kind of where we ended up here at the sandbar. But went off at the A-loop at Hillman Ferry, came up kind of through that little bay and then out to the open water and went up along the beach a ways. So there's still quite a bit north of here to explore, but I don't know if I'm that adventurous. She is, I'm not. And just to have proof, I am in the water. Woohoo! Well, dear, I'm just gonna say, my pants are wet from the lake, so I smell a little fishy. That's not an indication of my hygiene or anyone I've been around. Been in the water, honest injury, schnickies. That's pretty close, man. That would make some wakes. I don't even know if they're supposed to be doing that close to shore. Another one coming too, pontoon. Boy, they sure are getting close to shore now. You're gonna be able to kayak in that. Well, coming back onto the regular bay right now, so it's not too bad at the moment. There's a few boats, whoa, causing some waves, but I better get back into rowing here in a moment so I don't capsize. Whew, bouncy, bouncy. Oh, back in calmer waters. So I gotta admit, being out in some of those wakes, or a few of them I didn't show on video because like there's no way I could hold one hand out on the camera and other one paddling. But man, I got this stomach queasiness yeah, like butterflies in my stomach from some of that. So I think when I get back, I need to water up, get my electrolytes, cool down, and get some lunch here eventually, you know. It was fun. And my daughter's a little more adventurous than me on the water. Well, got done with kayaking, put everything away, stopped off at the little camp store, got some gator juice and cheese and other goodies. Definitely need to cool down. I swim like a rock. I don't do well with water, but those wakes were pretty wicked in some spots. Well, I mean, it was for me.
For you.
So they were pretty good, but you know, it was rocking around sideways and front and back at the same time, and just kind of got seasick. So I don't do real well on roller coasters and stuff either, but yeah, I just like, and my stomach was spasming several times. So yeah, and I was just like getting overheated, spasms. Yeah, it's just, when I got back to that dock, it's like, yep, I'm done. Got everything put away and go over to that store, and then came back here to the camp, just kind of hanging out in the AC of the truck for a little bit. But I'm gonna try to eat something for lunch if I can get my stomach to cooperate. I eat a few chips here just to see what happens and get a little something into me. But electrolytes are important. You're out there sweating, you wouldn't think that it's going to make a big difference, but it does. Certain medications can do that too. Blood pressure meds can do that, throw off your electrolyte balance, I found out, so it might be part of it. I had a little packet. I had half of it in my water when I was out there on the lake, and pretty much drank my water bottle full of that, but I needed something else to cool me down, get me through. And but that's kind of funny. I was out there and found persimmons. There's a persimmon tree out there.
A little raw, but
yeah, they're still kind of green, but it's like kind of neat. I got a couple of persimmon trees starting in my yard. One of them's okay sized, but yeah, it's whatever, you know, size trunk. The other one's still tiny, but the one's grown pretty well. The other one really isn't growing much at all, but it'll be kind of neat. I got deer, coyote, and everything else. Foxes going through my yard at night. Cameras going off. There were deer out here in the campground yesterday and last night, and seen them elsewhere around campgrounds. Definitely fun, but that's I'm gonna.
noisy. It was noisy.
Yeah, campground was noisy. There was somebody partying with a little boom, boom, boom music for a while, and when the rain started, kind of hoped it would settle down. But I think as it got closer to midnight, they finally cut the noise. At some point, I didn't hear them anymore. And, some dogs yelping. First we both thought it was somebody's little kid, and eventually I was like, no, I think that's a dog. So it's kind of funny, but those were the main noises we really heard last night. And then might have heard like an AC unit humming or something, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. I just tossed and turned a lot in my sleep. It was hot, it was muggy, and I think wee hours of the night I finally put the quilt on, but I didn't even really need it this morning. I just took it right back off eventually, but I was just sleeping there in my t-shirt and boxers, and that was it. And it's like, it was hot. It was hot out here. So I figured probably like high 80s, low 90s or something. It's respectably warm. But the humidity, that's what's doing it. Get down by the lake, there's some cool breezes. That really feels nice. But up here on the dry land, the trees, there's really not much up here breeze-wise. So yeah. Anywho, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Tell you what, Kroger's makes a pretty good salad. It's like an apple walnut salad there. Got like a chicken, spring mix, apple, white meat, chicken, blue cheese, candied walnuts, dried cranberries with sweet Dijon vinaigrette. I got a little Cliff Bar maybe, and I'm probably gonna be eating these fruit and yogurts. Yeah, still got my tent up. It's like 2:50 in the afternoon. With all the rain and stuff, there was water on it, so I figured, well, if I leave it out, it'll dry, make it a little easier for putting it away later. Kept cots and one pillow in there, and so that's just a cheap little Ozark trail from Walmart. Got that thing, shoot, 6-8 years ago, something like that. It's been all right. There's a little seam seal tape kind of delaminating on the inside, but that's about it. But it's not too bad. It's got a little ventilation thing in the back I forgot to open last night, and a little port in the front you can put your cables through if you want to run electric in there. It'd be nice if I had electric here. I could put an AC in there. Well, got our campsite all cleaned up. So gonna head on down to
Chinatown.
not quite. We're gonna go down to the Northern Visitor Center if they're still open, and see if we can check out a trail, and so go forth. All right, everybody, we're gonna be doing the Scenic Drive for Kentucky Lake. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Areas out here. There's a lot of overgrowth here. You can't really see the lake too well, but
Yeah. This would be really pretty in fall.
wintertime when this brush is all gone, this would be a beautiful sight. So most of the road looks like this. And every once in a while you'll get some stuff there on the side. You can see little bits of the lake. It's probably one of the better spots so far. You're seeing it. This is all one-way loop. So this looks like a decent spot for actually seeing the lake. Kentucky Lake.
I was on that lake earlier.
Yeah, looks better when you're in it. Yeah, you can kind of see roughly where we're at on a loop. So right here, there's like a little Y. And kind of looking out here, she sees some little bones or something. Maybe it's mushrooms. But that's just like some little gravel trail up there.
Just napkins.
Napkins? So my daughter just told me there's a gate down that little road that's closed, so I'm not sure if that's like just a Forest Service trail road or what that is, but it comes up on GPS, but there's really nothing there to see. Not sure what this is. Trail to something. Trail with bridge. Alright, so there's somebody parked here, and back there there's like an old empty sign, but I think that's part of this canal loop trail system. So right here is where the road crosses at. Earlier there was a parking lot, there was a guy with a bike, and he was up here at this part, but this is this part down here, so that's pretty much the end of that. Little helper's a little averse to hiking today. We wore ourselves out kayaking, and there's a lot of horseflies out right now, so figured this would be kind of neat to do when
little driving trail.
When they're, you know, the driving trail is not too bad. We just figured we'd check it out, but like hiking and stuff down here would probably be better towards the winter months, just because all the trees will be gone. Gonna dip here. Even says it in the road, it says dip.
Oh, better get out of here.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it would be a lot better weather and scenery to come down here towards like November or something, or maybe February, March time frame. It'd be a lot more to see. No bugs, and I think it'd be kind of nice. And there's the highway, that Woodland Trace, so this marks the end of it. Yawn! I wasn't really impressed, but you have to try it sometimes. Well, little helper, what'd you think overall, Land Between the Legs?
It was good, worth the gas. I feel like I had a pretty good time. It was different than Southern Illinois.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. There's stuff to see down here. There's probably more trails and junk that we could end up doing, and
feels like I'm in like one of those stereotypical like American family going camping movies.
So we just went over the canal, kind of neat. Canal Overlook. Oh shoot, could have gone back and done that. See what happens when you're filming. Canal Campground.
Probably turn around.
Yeah, I was gonna say the southern end seemed to have
Eagle
landing. Grand Rivers.
That house is... Oops.
Still on?
Yeah.
You kind of want to use that for the restroom, huh? Bars on the windows, locked up, rusted.
Do you think, like, that's a real bathroom, or do you think they...
Oh, I think it was at one time.
Well, like, you can't use it anymore.
I don't know. The stink might have been so bad they had to lock it up.
Looks like you can peek in that window there.
You know, it's so bad. Up in the sky, you got buzzards flying. That's how stinky that must have been.
I don't think vultures smell their prey. I think they just see, like... dead
Boo.
stones. Over there.
I think that's like a property marker.
Oh. But that one's kind of, like, lacking a bottom.
Yeah. SS Minnow. Well, we're out here at the canal. Kind of came over across the bridge and came up here, north side of Land Between the Lakes, and saw the little road to go over here and do a lookout, so I figured, hey, check it out. But this is definitely a lot more scenic than that little Kentucky Lake Scenic Loop, which was overgrown, did not really show too much. Now this spot here, which is the first spot if you come in from the north, this is worth driving over just to take a look. So you'll see the lake, you'll see the bridge that you're going to go over and all that good stuff. That little Kentucky Scenic thing, unless you want to get on part of that canal loop trail in other spots, which is like 8 or 10 mile, 11 mile loop, that's really the only thing that I could foresee going on that for. But here, yeah, you got a nice view. You've got these little stairs going down here towards the water. Great place to hide a body. No. Smells like a fishy lake. Dead fish. It's pretty. So overall, that's the canal. I imagine since we're kind of technically out of LBL now, we're just gonna head up through the towns and see what we can see. If we want to stop off somewhere and eat, more power to it. Heard there's some Patty's 1800s place. I think Sean went there, and yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out too to my buddy Sean Gossman. I'd asked him, I said, hey, my daughter wants to go down to Murray, check it out. Land Between the Lakes is nearby. What do you recommend? So he recommended the Hillman Ferry Campground, recommend a couple other things down here, so give him a thumbs up. I'll give that little speedboat there a thumbs up. And those jet skis too. So anywho, this might wrap up everything here unless something else surprises me. But hopefully you enjoyed the footage on this trip. A little non-conventional ending here, but it's pretty. So anywho, if you like what you see, feel free to give me a like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And you know, if you want, if not, you know, so be it. But thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you again in the outdoors sometime soon. Take care. Lake day. Sailboat with a motor. It's kind of like having an automatic transmission with a manual feature.
Yeah.